Hello and good morning. Holly Shields here reporting to you live from Kalkine Studios in Sydney, and you're watching the early trades. Today the S&P ASX 200 is up, gaining 1.05% after setting a new 52-week low. The top performing stocks in this index are Life 360 so far, which is up by over 8%, and then Paladin Energy up by over 7.5%. And then throughout the past 5 days, the index has lost 2.77% and 10.15% over the past year-to-date period. 9 of 11 sectors are higher, along with the S&P ASX 200 index, and energy is the best performing sector, gaining 1.54% and rebounding from its recent decline. While there were a few gainers on the ASX today, let's have a look at some of the top. Novonix is up by 7.26%, and Whitehaven Coal up as well, 6.82%. Chalice Mining leaped 6.19%, and the ASX stocks that were bleeding in the red, on the other hand, include Premier Investments, which is down over 2.9%. Bega Cheese as well, over 2.5%, and then Ingeria Communication down by 2.3%. Bapcor is down by 2.29%, and Stockland has slipped 2.16%. Looking at some stocks making a buzz today in the opening session, the integrated grain and edible oils business GrainCorp set its full year 2022 EBITDA guidance of $590 to $670 million, represents a 90% increase from the previous year, reflecting strong global demand for Australian grain, oilseeds and vegetable oils. Back-to-back bumper crops also supported domestic production, and shares of GrainCorp were up by 2.64% during the opening session. In other news, the Australia-based food processing company, the Food Revolution Group, updated the market on the continued growth and distribution of the Juice Lab brand, original juice company range and new distribution channels. As Woolworths has agreed to range the new Calm Juice, the wellness shot, nationally, as an extension to the already successful range of wellness shots in store, it's also increasing the distribution of all current Juice Lab wellness shots. And responding to the news, shares of the Food Revolution Group were trading 1.8 cents during the opening session. And then finally, a look at the Australian bank and financial service company Westpac, which is raising about $750 million in additional Tier 1 notes. The margin is expected to be between 3.4% and 3.6% over the 3-month bank bill swap rate. Capital notes can be converted, redeemed or transferred between 2028 and 2029. The company is scheduled to convert into ordinary shares in June of 2031. Westpac has appointed a large syndicate of brokers, including 4 majors, on the new offer. And on the back of the news, Westpac shares were up 0.83% during the opening session. Now looking at some important economic shifts happening around the world, the Netherlands has removed any limits on power production from coal-fired plants to help ensure energy security, joining the other European countries in turning to the heavily polluted fossil fuels to stave off potential shortages of natural gas. The Cabinet will immediately change a law that's forced coal-fired power stations to operate at a maximum of 35% of capacity in order to limit carbon dioxide emissions. And now to some news from the crypto sector, where Babel Finance, the distressed crypto lender which froze withdrawals on Friday, said it's won a reprieve on debt repayments as it battles to survive a tumultuous slump in crypto markets. Babel's difficulties highlight the turmoil sweeping the industry, where at least one more major lender has frozen withdrawals and a prominent hedge fund is trying to stave off collapse. Well, with that in mind, that is a wrap for the early trades. Stay tuned for more on Kalkine TV. I'm Holly Shields, signing off.